The first place I wanted to visit in Belize was an island called Caye Caulker. It's a beautiful little place to the northeast of Belize City. You can take a water taxi, but I decided to see it from the air. It doesn't cost much, and it's only about a 20-minute flight.
Would like to welcome you folks into Caye Caulker.
We met up with Ivan, our golf cart taxi driver / connector guy. If you need help with anything on the island, this is the right guy to ask.
You from the island?
Yeah, I'm from the
Cool, man. Yeah, when I was in Belize last time, this is my favorite place.
Yeah.
So this is the first place to come to this time.
I used to come here so much when I first moved here that my friends used to call me the Canadian ambassador to Caye Caulker.
We decided to stay in the Chinatown Hotel. It's not the most swanky place on the island, but if you're traveling on a budget, this is the kind of place you might want to look for. It has a restaurant and a bar,
and is one of the only cheaper places around that filters its own water.
that's a big deal when on an island. Pepe and I got a couple interviews with some locals without Scott, but then he showed up later that afternoon. Finally, it was our time to figure out the island.
This is mostly like a tourist place, so what we do, we like to have fun. At all times, we like to have fun and eat good food. You know, we eat the finest of food, the lobster, fish, red snapper, you know. For the most part, we just try to enjoy ourselves and live life.
Well, the island here, right, Caye Caulker, right, or Island of the Cocoa Plums, is what the natives used to call this place. Well, in general, what we do right here, we fish. This is a fishing island. This is an original fishing island from Belize. About 1970s, 1980s, we started to get tourism. To say it's just like 15 people actually on the island. That would be like the maximum amount of tourists on there, right, in that time. Caye Caulker, exactly right. For me, I'm related to more than half this island, to be honest. And other than that, approximately is about 2,000 people living here. This island is mostly known for scuba diving, fishing, snorkeling, and other than that, partying, of course, right? And this is one of the main spots we're currently here right now, I. This is the first stop everybody comes to, right? In the afternoon or a little bit in the morning, about 11 or 10, people usually start drinking. It's a nice evening sunset that you would get actually from up here. Nice look of the Bay Area. This is the first bar actually to have swings here on Caye Caulker. And you go downstairs in the main bar, you have swings all around there. You have swings actually around the staircase. The feel for this bar is mostly have a nice time and chill out, relax, and party. I play like reggae, dancehall, soca, punta, and pretty much like the new like generation. But most tourists don't really dance to the punta because they don't know how to dance. They don't know the rhythm. Right, so that's why they mostly dance to like the electronic music.
Is punta like reggaeton?
No, it's more of a shaking your ass.
Living on an island isn't all palm trees and sunshine, though. In 1961, Hurricane Hattie turned a little boatway halfway down the island into a large causeway, now called the Split.
Because of that, we stayed actually without power for 3 months. Right, so we were living in the dark for 3 months before they brought one of these generators, the trailer generators, and afterwards we got 2 more after. And that's what actually is giving current to this side of the island.
The main part of the island has independently generated power, while the part past the Split has no power or running water. So the houses have to have rain collection systems and solar and wind power.
We just keep it simple. Here you drink 24/7. Anyway.
At the Split is another bar you'll have to visit if you come here. It's called the Lazy Lizard. You can get food and drinks here, and it's a great place to watch the sunset. We went out to dinner to discuss the trip and how to film Belikin. There are a lot of rumors flying around Belize about how the company has been run and how it is able to become such a powerhouse in Belize.
I'll take a Belikin.
Stout.
It felt a little strange to be drinking a Belikin while talking about their history, but I gotta do my research.
Tasty. Malty. How are we gonna do Belikin? Or when?
We'll go on Monday, and we'll do a tour of the brewery with the plant manager, and that should probably take pretty much a full day. It's a pretty big operation.
That was the brewery next to the airport, right?
Yeah. When the plane landed, or when we took off today, heading over to Caye Caulker, it was right there beside the runway. The Bowen family is the only, they started the brewery. It was actually Surberry's father. So this is it's third generation Bowens that are running the brewery. Between those two factories, that's all the soft drink and beer that's being consumed by the entire country.
After talking more with Brent and telling him more about my interest in beer stories, it dawned on him that he had recently heard about a new startup craft brewery on San Pedro. There's no time like the present, so I asked Brent to give him a call.
She said we're the first people that they're even talking to that this product exists. So this is the first interview they've ever given, and they're trying to really keep this operation on the down low. Hi, Michelle, it's Brent. I'm calling from the show, the Beer Diaries World Tour.
They seemed a little apprehensive to talk to us at first.
Okay, so your issue when you say clearance, you're talking about Belize customs? This is something like OSHA, like health and safety. Okay, does it contaminate the place and stuff? Okay.
If what Brent was saying was true, they're the first local beer company to challenge the Belikin market in who knows how long. But once we cleared up our motives, it made talking to this up-and-coming company a lot easier.
And I'm wondering what Saturday looks like for you and Jeff, if we were to come over to San Pedro. She was saying that you can't go into the facility where they're brewing. They have to have an approved list from the authorities of who's allowed to enter the facility. It is possible that they've put in a lot of roadblocks to make it really difficult. Any reason to shut down a local brewery. She started saying, we've had some problems going, muscling out other competitors, people they see as threats. There have been attempts to have a second brewery and stuff that have never been successful. Why is that?
Right.
As I sat and thought more about Belikin and the relationship they had with a company that they didn't even know existed, it only brought up more questions for me to ask.
Per capita, where Belize ranks as far as the beer drinking country, I think we're quite high.
Luckily, I'd be able to ask those questions to the actual people in charge in just a couple of days. One of the best things to do on the island is to hire a local to take you fishing. In preparation for the day, we went hunting for some coconuts.
Is there a secret to getting them off? Trying to get a coconut down with a stick, but I can't seem to get enough leverage to do it. And now I'm getting bitten by ants. What if I just climb it? Am I gonna hurt myself if I climb it? I feel like I am. No way. It's so slippery. Trying to hydrate. There we go. Got one here. You want that one? I think you guys are well adapted to this type of work. All right, Jeff, I got you one too. We're all gonna have coconuts. I can probably juggle these forever. Oh, they are a little bit heavy.
Rolling.
Okay, pull.
Coconut down, coconut down.
I got it.
Good save, good save.
It's a beautiful day in Belize. We're gonna go snorkeling. We're gonna go fishing. We're gonna catch a lot of fish. Our buddy Ivan got us some lobster. We're gonna come back and feast by. Yeah, man.
We got all different kind of fish we come through here. Barracudas, snapper, lobster, shrimp, shark, anything you name it, we got it. When it's time to go fishing, you catch the best of fish, the juiciest of fish,
We're going to the marine reserve. It's gonna take us like 2 minutes to get there, right? So we will be going straight to Shark Ray Alley, and then from there we will be going to the channel, right?
coral is absolutely amazing, and Caye Caulker is one of the easiest places to start. You aren't allowed to fish near the coral though, but for good reason. After snorkeling down in Shark-Ray Alley, Miguel and Daniel took us to a solid fishing spot.
Well, here usually we're trolling for barracudas. Barracuda. Usually we get snappers as well, and groupers.
Like the grouper, the meat is white. That is good for. It goes good with beer. And then you got like the hagfish. It's really ugly. It has eyes like this guy.
Loads of snappers over there where we're going to go right now.
It really only took a couple seconds after you cast the line to feel your first bite.
Like as soon as you throw it into the water, they're biting on the line.
Little hagfish.
You gotta throw back the ones that are too small, but you know somebody will take it.
You didn't fly away. Did you see that?
Gone.
Oh,
You're welcome, dude. You're welcome.
hey Jeff, show me.
Oh!
That's how you catch a fish. I don't know how you get him off the line now.
It's yours.
Nice, nice, a lot of fish.
Yeah, a lot of fish. You're an expert. So we're gonna try something new here on the Beer Diaries that we haven't done before. Piece of bait rigged to a GoPro. Hopefully we'll see the fish snatch it up right in front of the camera and watch them get reeled in. Colder than I remembered it. Ah. You just give up. So we're trying to get it so that the camera actually faces the bait. It was a great idea on paper, but just didn't seem to work out.
Well, next time.
All in all, it was a solid day of fishing. Ivan had found us some lobster while we were out, so we cooked up everything that night and had a feast.
All right, that looks good.
A lot of fish.
In fact, we had so much food that we were able to eat lobster for breakfast the next day. We'd had a great time in Caye Caulker, but it was time to move on to our main objective. On our next adventure, we'll set out to understand the legend of Belikin.